It's quick.
Yeah, it's only an hour and a half.
You could watch it twice in 3 hours. You could literally watch it 2 times and before you finish Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring.
Oh, wow. That's impressive. It's really impressive.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show with the other guys. I'm Joel, and this is Bo. This is a movie conversation channel, and today we're going to be discussing Andy Samberg's new movie, Palm Springs.
It's going to be a beautiful wedding.
Here you are, standing on the precipice of something so much bigger than anyone here. But always remember, you are not alone.
I don't think that we met. I'm Sarah.
Niles.
Hi.
We were pretty excited to talk about this one. If you have not seen the movie...
Spoilers.
Yep, this is going to be a spoiler review of this movie, so you definitely are going to want to go check out the movie first, and we advise you. Bo did the same thing for me.
Yeah, don't go watch the trailer. Don't read anything about it. Everybody that I've recommended this movie to, I've just said, go watch it. Don't look into it. Don't read about it. Just go watch it.
Yep. Once you've watched the movie, definitely come on back, check out our review, and we'd love to...
I promise you'll benefit from not looking into it.
Yeah, I agree. So once you've seen it, definitely come check our video back out at a later time. So the Rotten Tomato score for this movie, we got the tomato meter score at 94%.
It's pretty good.
Really good score. Audience score is rated at 88%.
Pretty close.
IMDb score is 7.5.
I think it's low.
You think that's low?
We'll get
7.5?
We'll get to it.
All right, so the overall synopsis of this movie. The director is Max Barbacal, starring Andy Samberg, Kristen Milioti, and J.K. Simmons.
Milioti.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to try that again. Kristen Milioti.
Uh-huh.
Not Milioti.
Nope, Milioti.
Kristen Milioti.
Okay. Nailed it.
We're good.
And J.K. Simmons.
All right, and it came out this year in 2020. The synopsis of this is very simple. It's just 2 guests at a wedding party in Palm Springs. They get stuck in a time loop living the same day over and over and over again.
Yep.
And that's pretty much it.
So,
all right, tell me your first impressions.
First impressions. Like I said, if you're going to read, I mean, we've already given it away, but if you're going to watch this movie, don't look into it. Don't do any research, just watch it. I was pleasantly surprised because after the first scene, I was like, oh, this is awesome. I think it's a super fun twist on the like infinite time loop storyline. So you have like Groundhog Day, which is the first, obviously, which is great. Edge of Tomorrow, Source Code. If you've seen Happy Death Day.
Yeah.
Okay, those 2, pretty good. This one was just fun. I thought it was super funny and engaging and just a different, you're already there. You know, like the movie starts and you've already been in it, but you don't realize you've been in that time loop. You're just kind of already there. Everybody else, all the other movies, you build up to it. This one, you're already in it.
Right.
I loved it.
So I thought it was really enjoyable. I love time loop movies. You hit the nail on the head with all these other ones with Edge of Tomorrow, Source Code, Groundhog Day, obviously being the OG. And I thought this one, after getting into it and watching the movie, just my first impression of it, once I finished it, I was like, oh, okay. I feel like time loop movies run a risk of copying Groundhog Day or being too close, but I felt like
they changed it up
enough to be just a really enjoyable movie. So I agree. So what about the good of the movie? What do you thought was really good?
Andy Samberg. I thought this was... We know him for being the goofy, outrageous actor, and just like he's always that role.
Yeah.
But this was just such. He played himself in a more serious but fun role.
Yeah,
I loved it. I think it's one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard for a movie. I've like listened to it separate from the movie several times, and I love how they take the time to explain each character's development without being overwhelming.
Yeah.
So like, they were able to tell each person's story because they're doing a time loop. You get a chance to learn everybody without feeling like you're getting away from the actual story.
Yeah, I agree. I thought they did a really good job with that. So I thought the chemistry between Samberg and Milioti.
It was fantastic.
Worked really well.
Yeah.
I thought they did a really good job. And I have to say this. How I Met Your Mother writers, you missed out on an awesome opportunity for an amazing actress.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the fact that they did not have her in that show more than they did was, I mean, a tragedy.
And I think we'll get to that later when we talk about her, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I have some more to say.
I thought their chemistry was very believable.
Mm-hmm.
It was very believable to me through the whole thing. And I thought a really good thing was when you go into the cave, and that's what has caused Niles to be caught in this time loop, is this mysterious cave that he walks in.
Yep.
Milioti walks in behind him after however long he's been in this time loop.
Mm-hmm.
J.K. Simmons is stuck in the time loop, and they don't ever explain what the cave is or why it is.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good thing. I like Edge of Tomorrow. It took me out of the movie when they started explaining all the nuance of, oh, well, he got infected with the blood of an alien, and this caused him to be in the time loop, and all this other stuff.
I forgot about all that.
So the fact that, like, Groundhog Day, now this one, it's just like,
Here you are.
they're just there.
Yeah.
And
same
you're just
thing,
stuck in the time loop, and there's not a whole lot of
Same
explanation
thing
to
for
it.
Happy Death Day. There's no explanation. You're just there.
Yeah, and I think that really works with these kind of movies,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm glad that they didn't try to explain it. So, all right, what about the bad for
So
this movie?
I only had one thing, and it was the bad CGI earthquake when they were in the desert.
Oh,
When
that was
he's
terrible.
like, when he's just like standing, when Andy Samberg's standing on the rock, and he's like, just wait for it. She's like, wait for what? And then you see it, and you're like, ugh,
Yeah,
that's not good.
yeah,
But that was it. That was the only like cringy, like, ooh,
not good.
yeah, it's not good. That was fine. That's it. That's just like a little nitpick.
Great. Now that I'm gonna go back and watch this, I didn't notice that the first time.
It's not good.
Now I'm gonna go and watch it and be like, oh, that's terrible.
I remembered it from the first time, so I really focused the second time I watched it, and I was like,
Not good. All right, so the bad for me was I just felt like at times there was just like too much. It was just a few moments in the movie. Too much over the top, like sexual comedy. Like they leaned too much into that, where I felt like it took away from the really good, funny writing it had in general and the chemistry between Milioti and Samberg. I thought they just made the movie funny as it was, and I feel like they like took it too far.
I
at
feel
moments.
like all the sex jokes were Samberg, like his little like input into it, the Lonely Islands input.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what that was.
So I felt like there were just a few moments in the movie where they just went too far. I was like, all right, that doesn't really work. And I
Right.
felt like you made the movie less funny with some of this stuff in it. So, okay, jumping into some of the awards that we have now. We got the Blondie Award for the best scene. So talking about Blondie from The Good, Bad, and the Ugly. Obviously, he was the good. So the Blondie Award. How about you give me a list of some of the stuff that you got?
here's okay. I wrote down a couple. The first encounter with J.K. Simmons.
You wear underwear under your bathing suit?
Yeah, doesn't everybody?
I thought I smelled you, you piece of shit!
Oh my god! What the What the is happening? Oh my god! Holy What?
I thought Milioti's reaction was hilarious.
I have
She's
that
like,
one here.
"What is going on?" Dude,
I have that one here.
she sold it so hard that
Yeah.
I was like, she actually has no idea what's going on, and I believed every second because we're all thinking the same thing. We're all like, I thought it was a joke.
I know it's going down right now.
I thought it was a
and-
joke.
And then it takes a hard left
I was
turn.
like, what? It's like, what just hit him in the back? I'm like, he's actually bleeding. Like, I thought it was a joke. So like her, like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
What else?
The entire sequence of them not caring. That's what I put it as. So like them dancing at the bar, eating mushrooms with the dinosaurs, the flying the plane straight into the ground. I thought that was hilarious.
Right.
The random burritos, the Happy Millionth birthday, like that was funny. The bomb and the cake. Like, oh, you have foiled my plans. Like, that was crazy.
You have that all as one?
I just put that all as one scene
Okay.
because, like,
Them not caring.
it's about 25 minutes, but I felt like it was all kind of one
Right.
scene. It was all them just not caring.
Right.
The endless sentence at the end, I thought that was a pretty good scene.
That's pretty good.
When he said ampersand, like, as one of his, like, punctuation marks, I was like, what is an ampersand?
I have no idea.
It's that little and that goes like this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, didn't know that. I typed in I didn't even know how to spell it. Man, ampersand. You go ahead, and I'm going to say something else after that.
All right, so I had all the ones that you'd listed. The only one that you didn't say that I have is the police scene where Sarah goes ham on Roy and runs him over with the car.
Hi, Roy.
Did you call for backup? Oh, yeah, go ahead and tase me. Come on, just do it. I'm touching your bike.
Oh,
and then gets Niles tased by the other police officer.
dude, okay,
It was
that,
so funny.
that was funny when he got tased in the eye.
Yes.
I did not like when she hit him with the car.
Why not? It was so funny.
Because, like, that is an actual fear of mine at work every day.
Right.
Working on the interstate. Like, those cars do not slow down when you have blue lights. Does not matter.
Right.
So that kind of freaked me out. But, and because, like, knowing that his backup is potentially so far away and he's just, like, got cut in half. Like,
Right.
so that
But
was,
you know, though, he's going to
I
die and start over.
I know, but then they go on to explain, like, no, he was actually stuck in the hospital in the ICU, and they didn't want him to fall asleep because they thought if he fell asleep, he'd die. So he was he was in an awake coma for 6 months.
Right.
But that made me feel very nervous. But him getting tased in the eye, that was hilarious.
It was really funny.
Stop or you're going to get tased. And she just, like, dodged.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
So what else? What do you guys?
I will
after
say,
this?
I wish the movie would have ended when they walked into the cave thing. I wish the movie would have ended with that explosion where the scene goes dark.
Right.
Wish it would have ended. Because you know how we all, like, movies are so predictable?
Yeah.
You know how, like, with The Martian, when he's like, I've always wanted to be Iron Man, and he cuts his suit. I just wish he would have, like, done it and missed, and then he would have died in space. Like, just give us something that we're not used to.
Right. Subvert your expectations.
Yeah. I just wish they would have ended the movie and we'd be like, wait, what happened?
But you hate The Last Jedi.
What do you mean?
Like, The Last Jedi subverts all your expectations.
No, but that's just a bad movie.
Okay.
Just give me a different ending than I've seen 1,000 times.
Okay.
But had they just ended with that black screen and never explained what happens afterwards,
Right.
that'd have been hilarious to me.
I would have loved that ending.
I would have been
agree.
mad that I didn't know, but I would have been like, I respect you for doing that. Like, you were making a lot of people mad, but I respect you for doing that.
Right.
So
So-
I also just love the individual character growth. I mentioned that earlier. But,
Yeah. What scene takes it then?
Oh, for me, I'm probably going Miliotti's first.
Oh,
Like,
I
her-
agree. When I wrote that down, I was laughing while
man,
I was writing it down,
it's
going,
so
first
funny.
Roy attack scene?
Yeah,
When
like,
he gets stabbed
what
with
is
the arrow?
happening?
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so
the Blondie Award for favorite scene goes to
Yeah, the first Roy attack
First
scene.
Roy attack. Okay.
Yeah, and Miliotti
Her
stole the
reaction.
scene.
It was really her reaction, though.
Yeah. All right. So the next award we got is the Angel Eyes Award, with the least favorite scene, Angel Eyes being the bad from
The Good, Bad,
and the Ugly. So
We like westerns here.
We do. We love westerns. It's probably my favorite genre of movies. So what about you, man? Least favorite scene?
Kind of how you mentioned, like the sex topic. They kind of pushed a little hard. I thought the first scene was just kind of weird.
Yeah.
I was like, this isn't like the opening scene. I was like, this is an interesting start.
Right. So
I was very nervous for the rest of the movie when that scene happened.
I totally agree. I wrote the opening scene.
Yeah.
When I was watching the beginning of the scene and it just continues to go on and on, I was like,
I thought it was gonna
is
be
this
over.
the way this is going to go? Like, is this the way this movie's
Yeah.
going like the whole time? And if it is, I'm probably going to turn this movie off. But it didn't.
No,
so I was glad.
It was, the movie is what, like an hour and a half, and it was 7 minutes or whatever. And then after those 7 minutes, it was great.
Yeah.
But those first 7 minutes, I was like, ugh.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to do this.
Yeah,
Am I
but-
committing an hour and a half to
So
like this
when
kind of humor?
When I had Lindsay watch it with me,
Yeah.
I knew the first 7 minutes she would be like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Just keep watching; it's gonna get better."
Trust me,
I promise.
it gets better.
We get past this part. All right. So,
yeah.
Angel Eyes Award for least favorite scene.
Opening scene for
Opening
sure.
7 minutes is weird.
All right, so next award we have is the Other Guys Award, and so with the Other Guys being an incredibly quotable movie for us, we quote it all the time.
Here we go.
Do it, yes.
Shots fired! Hey, Terry, I did my first death spot.
We want to say the Other Guys Award is the best quote, or
If it's quotable.
yeah, if it's a quotable movie, and I think you had
I had an honorable mention. I don't want to give it the best quote because it's not necessarily a great quote, but when they're talking after hitting Roy with the police car, and they're sitting there talking, and he's saying pain is real. Like, what we do to people is real. We have to live with the decisions that we make, and being the bad guy is not fun.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really interesting way of like, hey, even though we're stuck in this time loop and everybody's going to forget that if you decided to take an AK-47 and you just shoot up the entire wedding party, like, that's a weird turn, but you still have to live with having to, even though it doesn't
wake
matter,
up knowing
you know
you did that. Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So,
I thought that was really good too.
that's it for that one.
Yeah, and I think you touched on a really good point where the movie, we just talked about how it's really funny. We've talked about a lot of funny stuff, but the character growth and the development and the ideas of things that you just don't think about when you're watching a movie like this, of the repercussions of your actions are nothing except for
Just on you.
On you.
And it goes to Sandberg's character growth, because you can tell that by the time Milioti comes in, he's like, just whatever, I don't care.
Right.
He even says it like, he's like, today, tomorrow, it's all the same. It's all what.
Yeah, when he's talking about the guy who gives him the beer.
Yeah, it's like today, tomorrow, it's all the same.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell he's gotten past like I don't care. He's in the I don't care stage, and he's gone through that let's destroy everybody phase.
Right.
And it's interesting to see him like come back and explain that to somebody. Like,
right.
Hey, I know I don't care, but like, pain is real. What we do to people is real.
Right.
So
yeah, I agree. That was really good. All right, so next award that we got is the Super Bowl 51 award, and for any of you know,
what the heck is going on?
Yes, that was our reaction with us being huge Atlanta sports team fans. Super Bowl 51 is a sore subject for us, and pretty much
to this day, it makes me sad.
Yeah, there's not typically a day that goes by without me thinking about it, and the reaction is
now.
Yeah, the reaction is, what the heck happened? What the heck is going on?
What a great, we just said specifically Super Bowl 51, because as Atlanta fans, we were like, what the heck is going on? As Patriot fans, are like, what the heck is going on? But as just sports fans watching the Super Bowl, like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah,
like,
seriously.
For us, it's sad. For the Patriots, it's awesome. For sports, you're like, man, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So the Super Bowl 51 award for what the heck is going on?
Just things that like we just didn't understand, or what the heck is going on in this movie right now? What do you got?
So they do a great job explaining every plot line. I don't think that there's anything unresolved, or like I can't think of anything where I'm like, what the heck? Except for how long is Niles been in this time loop?
Right.
They don't necessarily ever explain it. The director and the writer does in an interview later. So if you look it up, it tells you.
I didn't look it up. How long has he been in
Do you
there?
want to try to guess?
Gosh. In terms of years? 100 years.
40.
40 years?
Yeah.
That's a
Somebody
long time,
initially said 1,000, and I was like, whoa. They would not be having that unless... Yeah, they would not be having that for that type of wedding for 1,000 years. But 40 years. It was 40 years. He'd been
Well, Groundhog Day was supposed to be like 10,000 years at first.
What?
Yeah, they originally wrote it for him to have been stuck there for 10,000 years, but they're like, that's absurd. And then they condensed it down to 10.
10,000.
Yeah.
Let's take off a couple zeros.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's it. But you can find it. So the what the heck is going on? It's like, how long have you been here? When he says, I don't even remember what job I had, and he wasn't joking.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you were kind of like, how long has he been here? But they explain it if you just look it up.
Right. That was the only thing that I had as well, was how long had he actually been there, and how long did he and Milioti, how long did he and Sarah
how long
together?
were they there?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Okay, cool.
I think it's 40 years until she gets there. So I don't know how long total he's there.
Right.
But 40 years, and then she shows up.
Prior, right? Okay, so the Charlie Clutch Award. This has to do with Charlie Culberson playing for the Atlanta Braves. He played.
It's always clutch.
A hit could win it. Charlie Culberson. High fly ball. Belted deep left. Soto back. Charlie walks him off again. Culberson has done it again.
A minimal role, and he was willing to do whatever, whenever asked.
Whatever
and he was
position,
amazing.
Whatever batting order. He
Right.
pitched, I think, once, didn't he?
He did. He
Yeah,
pitched.
just do whatever he
I'm
wants.
pretty sure he almost played every position for the Braves.
Except catcher.
Except catcher. And so the Charlie Clutch Award goes to the person who plays a minimal role in the film,
kills it.
but then kills it in every scene. So
I mean, it's a no-doubter.
who's it for you?
J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, absolutely. That's who I have.
I
J.K.
mean,
Simmons.
when is he not the Charlie Clutch Award?
I know. Every movie that he's in.
Like, other than like Whiplash, where he's like the
he
main
plays
guy.
a prominent role, yeah.
But like, usually he's he kills it every time.
Yeah, Jonah J. Jameson from Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
I watched Spider-Man recently. It was
The real Spider-Man?
Yeah, it was actually very refreshing to watch. It's kind of goofy, but it's refreshing. But
Good old Toby.
yeah. Good old.
All right, next award we got is
Not you, Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, not you, Andrew. We didn't enjoy your films. I think you're a great guy, but just horrible Spider-Man. Okay, Bartolo Award. The Bartolo That Guy Award.
Malone looking for his first hit of the year. He drives one. Deep left field. Back goes Upton. Back near the wall. It's out of here. Bartolo has done it. The impossible has happened.
So when you look at somebody in a movie and go, oh, that's that guy. So Bartolo Colon has played for 11 different baseball teams, and so many different people can go, oh, that's that guy. He doesn't pitch for us anymore, but
he's played for everybody.
Played for everybody, right? So he's that guy. That's that guy that used to play for us. Yeah, he did play for the Braves for a short stint of time. So the Bartolo That Guy Award, who do you got for that one?
Peter Gallagher.
Peter Gallagher?
Mm-hmm. He plays the dad, Howard.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He is that guy.
He's that guy. You're like if I show you the picture of him.
Yes.
That guy.
I did that in the middle of the movie. Okay, so right down here, I put J.K. Simmons again because I was like, okay, well, he's that guy from Spider-Man.
He's from everything.
Right.
But that guy. I did not know his name was Peter Gallagher.
Right. But when I saw him in the movie, I was like, oh, that's that guy from While You Were Sleeping.
I just know him from a bunch of different things. I couldn't even tell you what I know him from.
He's got to win the award.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah.
Peter Gallagher wins the award. Mm-hmm. Okay, what about the director rank for this movie? This is the only movie that I've seen.
Max Barbacow?
Yeah, first movie I've seen.
First movie I've seen of his. But if he continues doing what he's doing, we're going to talk about him for a while.
Yeah, he's really good.
Just a little note. I listened to a podcast about this movie where the guy interviews Milioti and Barbacow. This movie had a $7 million budget, and they filmed it in 21 days.
21 days?
Yep.
Wow, that's impressive.
Mm-hmm. It was pretty quick. Everybody's just grinding for 21 days, and then it's over.
How the heck were they able to do that? Is it just because it's such a minimal...
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have to stage much, I guess.
Yeah, they only had a few sets, and they didn't have to worry about makeup and
I guess that's true.
Costumes. They wore the same clothes every day.
That's true.
Yeah.
But 21 days, that's
fast.
That's killing it. All right, what about lead actor rank, Andy Samberg? What do you think about him?
I mean, I've never seen Pop Star. I've heard it's like a similar type movie to this. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, he's awesome. Hot Rod, hilarious. SNL, he just kills it. I loved this Samberg performance.
Yeah.
Because it proves that he can be himself, but be a good actor.
Yeah. Be serious at the same time.
Loved it. I thought this is easily his best role.
Yeah, I agree. I said not including really SNL because he was on there for so long. He was so good. Such a good character. He brought so many good characters to that show. With Hot Rod and Pop Star, all that. I definitely think this is his best film by far because it added that new mix of
like I can be serious
at the same time, and I'm actually a really good actor. What about this being a miniseries? What do you think? Is this capable of being a miniseries?
Oh, before we go to that, Milioti, we mentioned her earlier. I wanted to say something about her being a lead actress.
Yeah.
She is super charming. Like you said, How I Met Your Mother missed out on having her.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Play a huge role. Like, the first time I saw her in the show, and I was like, this is the mother we've been waiting for. But then I watched it again, I'm like, she's awesome.
Yeah.
But I think she deserves more, huge stardom. Like A-list stardom.
Right.
I think she does. But miniseries, I think it's perfect as a movie. I think it would be exhausting.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
You would almost have to, they would have to be 30-minute episodes. If you were going to do one season, maybe 10 episodes, HBO, one season, each episode has to be 30 minutes. And you can, explain a little bit, but you can only do that for, 5 episodes.
Right.
And then you could draw out the quantum physics a little bit more, but I think it would just get boring.
Yeah. I don't think this is capable of being a miniseries at all.
I don't want it to be.
No.
Please don't ruin it.
Yeah, I hope they don't ruin this thing. I hope they just let this one be what it is, and nobody tries to do anything like spin-off of it or...
there will be another one eventually.
Yeah.
Another time loop movie, but this one, it's going to be hard to beat this one, in my opinion.
All right, what rating are you giving it from a quality standpoint?
Quality, A+.
A plus.
A plus.
Man, you're ahead.
I
You're just
love-
ahead. Are you in?
This is my favorite movie of the year.
Really?
Oh yeah, I love
Wow.
it.
I give it an A minus. So
It's still good.
yeah, I thought it was definitely in the A range, but A minus for me. What about entertainment value?
9.5.
9.5.
I saved 10s for other movies, but 9.5 is pretty close for me.
Yeah, I gave this one a 9. I thought it was really, really entertaining. It held my attention.
It's quick.
Yeah, it's only an hour and a half.
You could
long.
watch it twice in 3 hours. You could literally watch it 2 times and before you finish Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring.
Oh, wow, that's impressive. It's really impressive.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you guys tuning into the show with the other guys. That's going to wrap it up for us for this episode. Stay tuned for what's coming up in next week's video.
I don't know.
Oh, man. We didn't talk about that.
No. We'll talk about it later. You'll be surprised.
Yeah. So
Make sure you like and subscribe and hit us up with a comment so we can hear what you have to say about Palm Springs. If you love it as much as I do or if you hate it. I want to know.
yeah, we would love to hear what you have to say about the movie. Definitely leave your comments in the comment section below. Definitely
Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram
At The Other Guys Show.
at the Other Guys Show. Yep, we would love to connect with you through social media, through the comment section, and we'll catch you on the flippity flip.